get a job? I need an engineering degree to get a job. And they said, no, we're all physicists, and we all have engineer titles. So that's what I've done.
Oh, wow.
So they got me. I changed my major to physics, and but basically, mostly I've worked, except for 1 or 2 jobs as a physicist, I've usually worked as an engineer.
Man, we're going to have to get you and Patty Spadero together. She's been on the show.
Uh-huh.
She was also a physics major.
Oh,
and
yeah.
her dad and her, I believe her husband's a physicist too. So it's like these musician physicists, you know. It's like, but there's, you know, as far as the sound physics, I know a friend of mine who majored in physics and became a recording engineer. That's you know, his degree was in. So I understand that how that kind of they're related in a way, you know, especially when you get into like the recording engineering and the sound and electric flow. All that kind of stuff.
Well, now I only work half time, and I work from home. I kept it mobile, so just now my daughter's going off to college, and I'm going to do music more full time and tour and all the things I couldn't do while, you know, we were raising her, and I was a big part of it because my wife was working full time at NASA, so I was at home driving my daughter around, cooking meals, etc.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tour Europe in November, Alaska hopefully in some part of the winter, not the dead of winter, and then Texas. I have a pretty good fan base there. I've toured there a little bit already.
Yeah, I saw that you played. Is it Kerrville?
Mm-hmm. That's Kerrville Folk Festival.
I've never been down there.
It's awesome. You go out there, you probably will go every year. I've not missed a year in 20 years.
Wow. Wow. How about the Folk Alliance deal down in Memphis?
I go when I have to. I go when I make a new CD. It's a little too frantic for me.
Oh, okay.
And Kerrville is all laid back, and you meet a lot of the people that you will see at Folk Alliance, but they're not running over you.
Cool. Well, maybe we'll carpool together.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you're listening to, in case you just joined us, this is Acoustic Songs Live on WNJR 91.7 FM in Washington, Pittsburgh area, and we have Jim Savarino here in the studio. You can listen to us streaming at WNJR.org, and also we are instant message us at WNJR Radio. Jim, you want to play another song for us? What are you going to do for us?
Sure, I'll do something called Mountain Tune. It's another little, just a love song from around here. We have all these beautiful hills. If I was a mountain tune, I would not be too long. I'd wrap you up in tender words, a gentle loving song. If I was a sunny day, I'd shine on you for sure. Make you smile, make you laugh, make you smile some more. If I was a moonlit night, the sun would hide with shame. I'd kiss your hair, kiss your face, whisper your sweet name. Won't you be my one true love, hold tight to my heart. You will be my stars above, we will never part. Won't you be my one true love, hold tight to my heart. You will be my stars above, we will never part. We will never part.
Cool. That's I know that you're very involved environmentally. would you classify yourself as an activist, or environmentalist? I know that we had talked a little bit about that.
Yeah, I actually do, and I think like you and many others, I put myself out there, not just my music, but my life out there. Like I've gone to Capeford Mountain several times, a mountaintop removal site that also has 50 acres or so owned by Larry Gibson, and gone down and played the concert in the day, and because of my Marine Corps background, helped organize the guard at night, because there was a lot of potential friction and some harassment and things, and yet even little glimmers of hope. Like the one year we had the same people who harassed us. The next year, Jen Osha, another activist and another musician, she invited them all out to the picnic that day, and they came out, and they were pretty happy by the end of the day. But they actually were walking around with us on the security rounds, so we had no trouble that year. So there's how even these potentially ugly scenes can, when people see you're not against them, you're trying to stop a certain practice, but you're not out for their livelihood or something. I think you can meet and find common ground.
Yeah, I saw like one of the videos from Larry's party where a couple of guys showed up, big skinhead-looking guys.
It was the first year I didn't go. I don't know what I would have done. They were pretty scary-looking folks. And,
yeah.
And then what do you do? So they really, nothing happened. With all that, the vile things the guy was saying to someone's little 4-year-old girl and her father, nothing happened, and that could have been very ugly, and that fella, I'm sure, was drunk and not speaking for everybody who lives up on. A lot of the people who live up on that hill also work for the mine. Yeah. So.
Larry and Judy Bonds and Maria Ganell, and those folks are right there at ground zero, and the climate ground zero folks of mountaintop removal. It's something that I personally haven't been down there, but I want to get down there and meet everybody and show support in any way I can. And that, I think you touched on something really important, at least I could say here in the local area, that it's always been about jobs. Yeah. And I think that's what it boils down to, and people are concerned about that their livelihood is going to disappear. I look at it as there's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way to do it, and the way they're doing it down there is definitely wrong, because they're completely tearing up the entire landscape, and it looks like a lunar Mars or something like that. It might be economically feasible to just blast the whole mountaintop off, and cheaper to have a couple people on machines take it out. Right. If you look at it from a perspective of that, those are limited resources, and we were just talking about this earlier, that it should be looked at as, what are we leaving for the future generations? Right. To me, if it was a carbon party, we pretty much are burning it all up at once, and it's like, good luck, you guys, that you're coming down the line.
Well, until right now we still need coal, and as long as, but I think you had a good point too, that if you can do this with a handful of people, it's more cheap and dirty, but really dirty, and it destroys the environment. But if you had, say, an underground mine at the same site, there would be a couple hundred people employed instead of 18, and there would be, it's a lot better. And while we have coal and have to use it, then let's be as sensible as we can about how we get it. And really, if you look at jobs, there's more to be had, but if you don't just rape the land to get the coal. So, and as we find some other alternatives, we hopefully will be able to do it in West Virginia and do it in Pennsylvania, where people can get jobs in any industry that might replace.